Hi, this is Dr. Tim Conley with the World's Wireless School of Social Work at Yeshiva University. And I'm going to provide you with a 20-minute overview, kind of lightning tour of the Canvas learning management system so that you can learn how to click your way around and generally navigate Canvas like a pro. I'm going to jump right into it with a screen share, and I'm going to start by looking at the dashboard here on screen 2. You can see all of my courses are here in the dashboard, lots of pictures of Dr. Conley. You can move your courses around just by clicking on them and moving them over. I am going to be working in the Addiction 2 course to show you some examples, so I'm going to move that there. I can use these 3 dots and rename the course if I want to. This will allow you to move it so that you can change the background color. There's a lot of ways to organize this dashboard. It just makes life easy. I'm going to suggest whenever you open anything in Canvas that you right click and open it in a new tab, which is what I just did there. The reason being, if I need to get back where I was, I just go back to the dashboard. This opened the course here. I can back up. If I don't need those tabs, I'll start closing them down, but it's a good way to keep track of where you were before you got where you are. So here we are on the home page for this course. Really, the key to Canvas is here, this menu on the left. It takes you through your home page. I've set up announcements so that they're the first thing the student will see. Modules, we'll get into each one of these in a minute. I want to show you how to arrange this on the left if you choose to. I'll open this settings down the bottom. Settings opens in a new tab. Your settings will open up here. If it defaults to anything other than this, just go to navigation right in the middle. And with navigation, if you want to move your modules so that they're down here, move them down there. If you want them to be right up top, I prefer to keep announcements right up under the home page. Get back there. There, home announcements modules. If you want a student to not see something, I'm not using Panopto for this course. I drag it down here. It will hide it from the students. I'm going to move zoom up so that the students can see it. Actually, I want it to be the last thing on the menu. You must save before you leave the navigation page. You save that, and when you go back home, I'll just shut this now. I'm done with my navigation page. I'll go back here and refresh my home page, and we'll see the changes should be there. There, zoom showed up, it's down bottom. These have a little arrow through the eyeball, meaning students cannot see these. They're there, you can't make them go away, but the students will only see these. So there you have a way to organize the menu on the left. Now let's see what's in there. Your home page should be set to the course. You can edit that by clicking here, put your name in, put your contact information in, et cetera, et cetera. The home page is just a page. In a minute, we'll go here. You'll see I did not leave pages open for students to see, but you as the instructor can always see them. Homepage is just one of many pages. Not going to confuse you by going there now. I want to show you what announcements look like. And I think I might have already put a couple announcements up in this. So right click, open in a new tab. And this will show any announcements that I've made to the students. Hello, make sure you have a copy of the book. First one I said, course shell opened early. Assignment, if I want to add one, I simply click here. Why don't I right click it? It's just a good habit. And computer's going a little bit slow. Of course, I'm doing a training, so the computer decides to get a little balky on me. Here, you type in the topic of it, and you say new. Then you go ahead and type down here, new, whatever it is that you want to say to the students. You can choose to attach a file to an announcement. You can allow users to comment. It defaults to that. You save it and it will show up. I'm not going to save it, but trust me, anything you put in there is going to show up on the announcements, just like the ones that I've put in for the start of this course already. Now I'm going to close my trail. I don't need my announcements. I am going to leave my home page open and show you here. Modules are made of other things. They include pages, they include discussion boards, they include your quizzes. You may actually put your files right in a module. So the modules, I always put them up top under near announcements because they include a lot of other stuff, mostly pages, and I'll show you. So I'm right clicking to open my modules in a new tab. And of course, the computer is going to go slow because I'm doing a training. This is going to open the modules. You can shrink or expand any module by clicking this little divot on the left here. Generally, when I first get into a course, any course you get into, go ahead and shrink them all so you're not kind of caught in the text here. I'm going to just shrink all these and be able to show you that there are 7 modules and an extra and an extra. So at any rate, here we have module 0, 1, 2, 3, all 7 modules, each are 2 weeks. That's generally how courses are arranged. It may be that you have a separate module for all 14 weeks. It's going to vary from course to course. Module 0 generally gives a welcome. You get to meet the instructor. Meet the instructor is something you get to fill out and complete yourself. It is, look over on the left here where it says pages. Meet the instructor is just a page. Anything with this little text next to it, the welcome is a page, this is a page, this is a page, etc. This basically consists of, your module consists of these. I'm going to right click and open that. Once you open your Meet the Instructor, you'll be able to edit it when you're in there, like you can edit any page. This has Michael Serrano. I still have MSB and Mr. Serrano's old course. So you can edit this, add your own picture to it, etc. just by clicking on edit. It will finish opening up in a second. As soon as it stops spinning, there you go. So you can go ahead and edit this text, go down here, save it. That will become your module 0, Meet the Instructor right there. I'm going to close that because I'm done with Michael's homepage. So the module pages, you can open any of those and look at them, get yourself oriented to what's in there. Here's an actual teaching module. In this teaching module, I have several pages. Usually there'll be something that introduces the student to the module, overview and anticipated outcomes, your activities, readings. Each of these, again, can be found in pages. We're going to get to pages. I'm just going to open a couple of them this way. Go ahead and open a couple real quick. I'm going to jump right ahead and open up the readings page just so you can see that. This will tell people, tell the students what they're going to find in the course. Again, keep in mind I'm in modules. I'm looking at the overview and anticipated by opening that page, and it shows it. This is a module on 12 steps in addiction. I'm going to close that. Back in modules, I right-clicked and opened the reading page. Up here, you can see there's the reading page. This has all the readings for the module. Here they are. They're all linked to, or they have to link to eReserve to get to them. But generally, there's a page that has all the readings on it. Now, in some courses, back here in modules, you will see a separate tab or a separate page for each one of those readings. It will go, it'll be very long. Each reading gets its own link. That's fine. That's just another way of organizing it. But you are within the module here. This page is going to have links to lectures on it. Then we get into something different. This is a discussion board. So each of these are pages. And each time you see this little tab here, where one box is talking to the other, you're into a discussion. All asynchronous courses have discussion boards. Let's right click and open that one real quick. See what we got here. This will be discussion 1. Here's the guidelines for the discussion. They've usually already been exposed to these in the syllabus or in module 0. And then there are questions that they're going to discuss. All of these are here. This discussion can be edited, but keep in mind that if you want to see all of your discussions, you're going to click on the discussion board to the left. See how it defaulted me over to the discussion boards? So let me just get out of this particular discussion, go back to the modules. We're looking at module 1. Here's a quiz. Quizzes are stored in a separate place too. How do we know this? It has its own tab on the left. You can see all of your quizzes. I'm going to open those in a minute for you. But right now, we borrowed one of those quizzes and put it in here. Go ahead and open it up. And the quiz will be there. There it is, 12-step programs mutual aid group quiz. You can edit this quiz. If there's a bad item or something needs to be changed, feel free to go ahead and edit it. I find the best way, I don't like this preview. Just go ahead and click edit on this. I'm not going to open a new tab. I'm just kind of working within this. If I want to see the questions, I'll just go ahead and click on the questions and edit so you can get a look. And I'll say show the question details. Boom, it's going to show the questions and the answer sets. So there, I got you in from the modules. Just to recap, we opened the quiz, we got into the quiz, we clicked to edit it, and edit it. We told it we were going to look at the questions with details. That way you can get a look at everything that is in your quiz. Now, that's one module, everything that's in it right through to a final page, which will be a summary looking ahead, something like that may be in there. And close that up. What I just showed you was a page that had readings. Let's take a look at this pages tab here on the left, which I don't have it displayed. I don't let the students go in and look at every single page in the course. It confuses them. It should not confuse you. I want to view all pages when I get there. Very important. You get to pages, click view all pages. Look, here's the assignments activities for modules 1 through 7. Those are all separate pages. Each one of them is found in module 1 through 7. Okay, the module consists of a combination of pages, discussions, quizzes, whatever else you put in there, a link to videos, etc. Going to go down through here. Here's more pages, overview and anticipated outcome for each module. Here's the readings and links for each module is set up this way. And then the summary looking ahead. And those are all of the pages which populate the modules for the course. Okay. I'm going to click on another tab over here, which is discussions. And I'm going to leave this. I'm not going to right click a new tab for this one. Let's just take a look at these discussion boards. There are 7 modules. Each module has a discussion board. By clicking on discussions, I can see every discussion board in the course, whether it's open to be used or not. This simply means I'm not using it. Okay, it's a template. It looks like I have background and interest statements for students in there already. So this will open the same discussion that we opened before from within the module. Okay, not to confuse you, but the modules, the discussions are the discussions, regardless of whether you get to them through this tab or you get to them through the module itself. The discussion is the discussion. And there it is. Same one that I got to before by going through the modules. Let me just close a couple of things. We can look at all of our discussions separately. We can look at all of our quizzes separately. I'll just go ahead and right click, open that. It'll show every quiz in the course. Should be organized in there. They're there, readings quiz 1 through 7. I can open any individual quiz. I can edit it as I just showed you. So we've looked at announcements, how to put one up. We went into modules. We looked at discussions, quizzes. We looked at the pages. You can look at all of your assignments, which includes quizzes and discussions. That's just another way of getting to them. There's a lot of redundancy built into Canvas. You'll see that there are several ways to get to the same place. It's actually whatever way works for you, as long as you get there. We go down here, you'll see here's all the discussions because they're assigned for 40% of the grade. Here's all the quizzes. They're assigned for 40% of the grade. And then there's an additional assignment with this course that I won't go into now. It's a role play instructions, which gets a little complicated, but it's just a way of showing you can get to all of your assignments, which includes discussions and quizzes all at the same time, or you can get to them separately. So I've got all these tabs open now. It's like, close this down, close that down. There's my home page. I'm back with modules. What else do we need? The people tab will show you everybody who's in the course. And this will show you who is enrolled. It gives you the course roster. So there they all are. These are all my students with a prof up there. The grades I can pop over to because there's no grades in here. So I'm not breaking any FERPA laws or anything. Gradebook is pretty easy. Once you grade an assignment, then it's going to populate it in the, it's going to populate it in here. So I have a lot of unpublished stuff. So there's the online discussion. Let's say the student gets 100 on the discussion when I grade it. It's going, and I'll cover how to do that in a minute. It's going to show up here. So there's a grade book. It takes a while to get used to navigating around the grade book, but use it. It's a very, very useful way. It automatically calculates the grade for the whole course over here on the right. It'll show what did they get on their role play assignment, what did they get in their discussion, their quizzes, and it'll populate a total for you. So gradebook's very useful. Let's see. So I think that gets you into Canvas and gets you using it. Let's take a look at one assignment. Let's see, should we do a discussion or a quiz? Let's do a discussion. I'll go ahead and open up a discussion and show you real quick how grading it works. I'll go in there, that'll open up in a second. And I'll go into module 1. I'll open it up again. This is going to be our 12-step discussion. We've been here before. Again, notice I'm always right-clicking and moving, opening a new tab. Here, I can go ahead and grade it. There's a little thing called speed grade. So see these 3 dots to the right? On any discussion that you open, any quiz that you open, there'll be a speed grade opportunity. You just click on that, left click on it. Don't delete it. Go to speed grader. Okay. And I hope there's a rubric in this one. There should be. Let's just see. So there, Tanya doesn't submit yet. Nope, no problem. It's not due until June 9th. So when she does, I'll be able to click this rubric and go ahead in and grade the assignment by clicking this, clicking that, clicking this, clicking that. When I save it, which I'll have to get rid of here in a minute, it'll automatically populate her with a 90 on the grade and it'll show her what she got. So there is the rubric in the discussion 1. So I started out in discussion 1. I can get back to discussion board 1 just by clicking here. It'll take me back. And before I forget what I'm doing, I'm going to open that grade tab and get rid of that. So, right click on anything over in that menu and just look at it and fool around in it, close it, go back. Very easy to get from one place to another. Take that out of there because she hasn't actually done it yet. And pretty easy to get from one place to another. Pretty easy to close down your crumb trail, or your breadcrumb trail up on the top. There's that discussion. I wound up with it open twice. There's all the discussions. I wound up with those open. You can always go back to home. You can always go back to your modules. Just click this menu on the left and it's going to take you where you want to be. So hopefully that'll get you started in Canvas. Go ahead and go back over here to my dashboard. Get out of the course. And see that, there's several other courses in there. Now, that said, I've showed you how this particular, I'm going to get off screen share here. Stop share. Well, took me back home. There you go. So we've taken a sort of a lightning quick tour of Canvas, how to work the control menu on the left, how to arrange the control menu on the left so that the course is in order that you want to, how to hide things from student view or put them back up there if you're teaching an asynchronous course and you're not using Zoom, put it down there. I mean, don't leave anything up that the students aren't going to use. So you can arrange that menu. We took a look at announcements, how to put up an announcement real quick. By the way, do a lot of announcements, 2 a week, whether you need to or not, just to let them know you watch it. And in I teach asynchronous a lot. Put a lot of announcements up. If you see meeting them live online, you can give them information in class, but async, they need to hear from you a lot. So announcements is the vehicle. We took a look at the modules. Modules consist of pages telling them what to do. In some cases, the pages will have the reading on it, etc. Module consists of pages, discussion boards, quizzes, that's all in there. Sometimes each one is linked to individually. In my courses, I have a readings page where everything else is linked. So that, once you are in modules, you're working with pages, quizzes, discussions. We know that anything that's graded shows up under assignments. We know that all the assignments show up on the grade board when you open that. So you'll find, I think Canvas is very intuitive. Also, it is so popular at this point. It's being used so much. If you have a question about Canvas, how do I blank in Canvas? How do I edit a discussion board in Canvas? It'll tell you. Just Google it, man. It'll show right up. It's really getting so easy to get your questions about Canvas answered by just going online with them. So go ahead, jump in, enjoy. if you feel the need to, you can reach out to timothy.conley, timothy.conley@yu.edu. More than glad to try to give you a quick answer or spend a little bit more time with you on this. Happy canvassing, happy teaching. Glad you're with the World's Wireless School of Social Work at Yeshiva University.